Comedian and musician Fred Armisen is coming to the Fillmore on Sunday, April 28th. Don't miss out on a night of laughs when he brings his comedy for musicians, but everyone is welcome tour to town. Thanks, Rosie. He's not even here yet.
I didn't know Armisen was coming to the Fillmore.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic.
And guess what else, Cor? Tickets are on sale now, and you can secure yours today at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Dude's a genius. I love Fred
What'd you
Armisen.
think of SNL?
I mean, I love Kristen Wiig. I did like the Jumanji bit. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
That how she was afraid of getting, quote, Jumanji'd. That was good.
I loved the Pilates bit.
Yeah, that was well done.
That was pretty clever.
Man, even when the sketches are bad, she's so good.
Yeah.
She's always solid. I'd never heard of the musical guest again. It's been an entire year on SNL of me having no idea who's doing the music.
Who was it?
Ray? Yeah,
No idea who she is.
Yep.
Oh.
Good singer, but I'd never heard of her.
Through those, yeah.
Yep, that's the old fast forward button for sure.
Yep.
Was it Cy Amundsen?
It was not Cy Amundsen.
Can Cy sing?
Are you believe it?
I think Cy can sing, yeah.
Really?
Hi, Cy.
So, yeah.
I think we should push that narrative along, but I am not worth seen in a cardboard box. I am a terrible singer.
Yeah, I actually figured that, Cy.
I'm horrific. Here's I was going to ridicule Ben about his whole, why would I watch someone paint the Sistine Chapel when I could do it at home? That stupid thing he said earlier. Mm-hmm. But I think we should talk about the eclipse. So I need a show vote. I am within 10 minutes of the path of totality where I live. So I'm loading up the family. We're going. And whenever I go to an event, my wife is prepared for me to ruin it for her. And that is going to happen. So I think there's three options. I could, A, go watch Zach watch the eclipse. That'll be interesting for sure.
Brilliant.
I could, B, get one of those cardboard square cutouts that I wear over my shoulders and street preach and talk about how it's the end of the world.
I like that one.
Or C, I look up at the eclipse, that moment of the eclipse, and just scream for 15 straight minutes about how my eyes are melting. Either way, I think I ruin a lot of people's day. Show vote. What am I going with?
It seems like you could do all three.
Yeah, I think you can do all of them.
I think you could knock them all out at once.
I like Street Preacher. Go for that one.
I like
Standing
watching
next to Zach and then,
right.
Yeah, stand next to Zach,
Ruin
hold
his
his
trip.
hand.
Yeah.
In fact, I tickle him, and so he closes his eyes and misses the entire thing.
Or what about a little bit of both?
I think-
Street preach with Zach.
Yeah, and I think having somebody recognize me when I'm street preaching, I can play that off as like he's interested, and that really gasses me up. Yeah, that's not a bad plan at
I
all.
like it very much.
What part of the city blocks outside the airport are we supposed to find Zach roaming?
Oh,
That's a good
He
question.
won't go far. I mean, I would expect maybe 10, 15 steps out the front door with a guy with a hand shading his eyes. That'll be about it.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you, I'm probably just going to do the screaming one because that's the one that my wife hated the most, and I think that'll be the funniest for her.
Yeah, good.
I love that you gave her
and
options.
Yeah, I appreciate all you guys. Here's one question before I leave. Have either Muss or Hawk, have either of you guys ever seen Chris Stapleton with the Steel Drivers?
I have not.
No, with the Steel Drivers.
No, I have not. That was his original.
So he
band, right?
played with the Steel Drivers for 4 years, put out 2 albums, and Ben, to your point, I think he's weird as a solo artist. I think when you're a singer-songwriter of that capacity, U.S. Bank is not meant for you. But see that, if you'd have seen that dude play with the Steel Drivers, you'd have watched that band, in a field with 1 million people and loved it. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Saturday, Zacko.
One last thing about Stapleton. The one comparison that I would say is comparable but not comparable, or she does it right. Adele, amazing singer, right? She just stands there.
Yeah.
Adele captivates the crowd with her banter and her wit and her conversation and the things that she says in between the songs. Like, she makes it fun because of her personality. Stapleton just goes song after song after song after song.
Hit after hit after hit after hit.
I gotta get through these songs so I can
After
get off
hit.
this stage. There's no interaction. There's no connection.
But don't
like
you?
he lacks connection.
But there are other artists where you're like, okay, shut up already, sing the damn
Well, then
songs.
Why you got to talk about me like that?
Yeah.
I think those are fewer and far between. The bands that you get annoyed with for talking too much. I don't think I've ever been to a concert where they talk too much in between songs.
I have. I don't want to say the artist. Though.
Go ahead, say it.
No.
Say
Why?
it.
No. I don't want to say the artist.
Fred Astaire.
I got to still work later
dead.
today. So, no.
Sammy
There are some
Davis
artists
Jr.
where you're just like, okay, you get 90 minutes on
Butthole
stage
surfers.
and you're filling a lot of this with.
It's Dirks,
just-
isn't it?
Tupac and Dr.
You don't want to
Dre.
say it. It's
That's
Dirks
why you want him to
Bentley.
be a
that
pilot.
Dirks
Yeah.
Bentley. And
That
his-
Dirks Bentley.
He
just
motor
motor on me a
oil.
pilot.
Yeah,
Yes.
that son of a bitch.
Listen to this, guys. I know we got to do some sports real quick. A North Oaks teen is making history in the chess world. That's North Oaks, Minnesota. 14-year-old Alice Lee took home first place in the 2024 American Cup. She's the youngest female American to do so. 14-year-old from North Oaks, Minnesota. Might have been her first big national title, but it's not her first time making history. Lee is a 3-time world youth champ and recently was named an international master. She's just one of 3 female players in chess history to achieve that ranking, and she's from North Oaks, Minnesota.
That's pretty cool.
How cool is that? Wow. God, I wish my brain would figure out
The
chess.
North Oaks Gambit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I got what you did there. The Queen's Gambit.
Isn't it weird though? It's a fascinating. I don't know how you guys feel about it. When you watch 2 really really good chess players, especially like speed chess, because the things have to go
That's
fast.
fun.
It's actually entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I'd actually be captivated by 2 people playing chess.
What would you say it's better than?
It's better than Chris Stapleton. I would rather watch a full round of 2 speed chess world class players than a live concert of Chris Stapleton.
You are a beard hater.
Is he like that?
He hates our wives?
Wow.
No, I didn't know. Are you saying something personal that you shouldn't be saying on radio about him?
No, I would never. I don't have a beard.
What is happening?
I don't know. Are we doing sports?
We can.
That's your turn.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip,
And don't forget my
presented
tweet.
by All Around
I'm all
Property
lined up.
Preservation.
Thank you all around.
John Calipari is leaving Kentucky for Arkansas. He will sign a 5-year deal with Arkansas to be the head coach of their basketball team. He has been at Kentucky since 2009. He won a national title in 2012. He's been to 4 Final Fours. He's won 30-plus games 5 times. He won 38. He's won
coach.
38 wins twice. He was 38-0 to start the 2014-2015 season. 12 total SEC titles. They will most likely get their pick of the litter when it comes to their next head coach at Kentucky.
Yeah, that had to happen, right?
What do you have, like a $33 million buyout?
Well, all the Kentucky fans have bailed on him.
Yeah, they all hate him.
they hate him.
But as Cory said, he's an unbelievable record, and they're tired of him. I mean, he's one of the best college basketball coaches of all time.
Yes, but fan bases don't like to be embarrassed, and he's embarrassed their fan base 4 years in a row.
And the Wildcats are one of those things where anything less than the title is a failure. So you can win 410 games and lose 123,
Right.
Yeah,
which is
but
spectacular.
But it's not like he's losing
But
in
you
the
gotta
Final
win.
Four. He's losing in the round of
they lost to
64, the
Oakland
round of 32.
recently,
They
right.
lost to St. Peter or whatever that was a couple of years ago.
K-State beat him a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then you stop getting recruits. That's the other bit. You start losing them a little
Not
bit.
really.
Kentucky?
He's still.
I mean, you're still going to
Doesn't he
get...
still produce a lot of NBA talent?
Yeah. I mean, always take a player from Kentucky. They're always good.
Yeah, they just don't play as a team and win.
Right, correct. Yeah. That's what's always happened to him.
So he can recruit, but maybe
gets
not coach.
5-star kids, but they don't play as a team, right? Yeah. Yeah, correct. The Wolves beat the Lakers 127-117 to clinch a top 3 seed in the playoffs. Naz Reid had 31 for the Wolves, who are 54-24. The Wolves are currently tied with Denver for the top spot in the West. They have 4 games left. The only one that really matters is their game against Denver on Wednesday, but they play the Wizards tomorrow at 7, Maxo.
Yeah, that game against Denver is going to be huge, especially after Cory just read the Nuggets schedule. I mean, that's easy pickings for them. They're probably going to go 4-0, 3-0, however many games they have left. The Wolves is kind of a mixed bag. Wizards, I mean, I think they're even worse than the Pistons. They're the worst team in the entire NBA. They're an absolute joke. So that should be an easy win for the Wolves tomorrow. But, I mean, the Suns and the Nuggets are both fighting for playoff positioning, so those will be tough games coming up here. So, and, I mean, last night took care of business. No LeBron James, no Anthony Davis, so it was easy work for the Wolves. They had a 46-point second quarter. Naz Reid has just been, I mean, he's been incredible all season, but stepping up into that starting role with Cat down, he has just been producing like no other. And honestly, it's really cool just to see not only his growth on the court, but just the connection he has with fans. There was somebody at WrestleMania over the weekend that had a Naz Reid towel in the crowd.
That's sweet.
I mean, how cool is that, man? I get every team has their own little fan favorite player, but the connection between the Timberwolves fans and Naz Reid is something that needs to be studied, honestly. It's next level, and it's gone even beyond Minnesota. For it to be in Philadelphia, and I think Naz Reid is from Philadelphia, so maybe that had something to do with it, but for WrestleMania to be in Philadelphia and a Naz Reid towel shows up at a wrestling show, it's just, I mean, it's great.
So Malik Monk's out for the rest of the season because of his injury, but he's still the favorite on DraftKings to win NBA Sixth Man of the Year at minus 125. But Naz Reid with a blank slate now these last handful of games to try to catch him. Obviously 31 points, 11 boards last night against the Lakers helps. So his odds are improving. He's now minus 105.
Oh, hell
so
yeah.
still second, but sub even money, minus 105.
Naz Reid should definitely.
Yeah,
he should win
for
it.
sure.
Malik Monk is great. He's
Where'd he go to college?
fantastic. Did he go to Kentucky?
Correct.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't know idea.
Oh, good for him.
But Naz Reid, I mean, he has. I'm not an elite Sacramento Kings mind, but Naz Reid's impact on this Timberwolves, the Timberwolves wouldn't be in the position to be the number one seed without Naz Reid. He is vital to this team's success.
Well said.
Thank you.
The Wild beat the Black Hawks 4-0. Kaprizov scored twice. Marco Rossi scored his 21st goal, and Goudreau scored as well. The Wild battled the Avs on Tuesday at 8:30, and then they play the Vegas Knights at 9 o'clock on Friday.
Okay.
It's all but over, right?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
It's over. Yeah.
They're not mathematically eliminated, but it's over.
Johnny.
It's over.
They need
over,
a miracle.
Johnny.
Yeah. South Carolina won the women's national championship over Iowa, 87-75. South Carolina finished their season undefeated. South Carolina, since the 2021-2022 season, has gone 109-3.
Caitlin Clark, man, what she's done for women's basketball, college basketball, my goodness. I mean, the Paige Beckers matchup there was outstanding as well, but I don't watch basketball. And I was like,
that's sad.
I got to watch this because I got to see her play live.
Yeah.
And she's amazing.
She and Juju Watkins out of USC and what South Carolina's doing as a team and
Undefeated, right?
I mean, it's like it's become at least down the stretch in the tournament it was appointment TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
it's
I know at
fantastic.
least was for me. Like, oh, what time are they playing?
Right.
I got to make sure I'm watching.
And I normally would not be that guy.
100%.
But yeah. Fantastic.
Thank you.
And every game lived up to the hype
Yes.
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
What'd you get, 18 in the first?
First quarter.
Yeah, it was
which is a record.
A little quiet after that, but
Yeah. Yesterday's Twins game was postponed until August 9th. It'll be part of a split doubleheader. The Twins tonight will battle the Dodgers at 6:40. Bailey Ober will go for your Twins, and James Paxton, Bill's son, will go for the Dodgers. That is Twins News, powered by Quantum Fiber.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Redco. Let's go, Redco. Thank you. Go ahead.
You have a tweet?
Yeah, this is from Charles on Twitter. He asks,
Is he in charge?
yes, he is. He even pointed that out. He asked, what is the Vikings' next priority after quarterback in the draft and why?
Nobody asked you, Kevin!
It's defensive tackle, and it's not close.
Yeah, not even close. I think
defensive
DT
tackle,
or guard, possibly. I mean, depending on who's sitting
It's
there.
defensive tackle.
Yeah.
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 And there are people that think if they get shut out of the quarterback market in the top 4, that they will take defensive tackle at 12 and then either trade
11.
back up,
11, yeah.
11, and then trade back up and get their quarterback somewhere in there. That they would take a defensive tackle
Yep.
over the 5th or 6th quarterback.
I could see a scenario playing out that McCarthy be all this hype around McCarthy if that's who they've singled out and they have him over Drake May. I could see them saying if McCarthy gets picked, they can't move up. They go defensive tackle at 11 and do exactly what you're talking about. Whether they get Penix or if May gets taken or whatever. I think going back to the scenario we talked about earlier with if the Patriots have 3 quarterbacks, they're all basically graded around the same level, and you can be like, oh, we'll make either one of the 3 work. If you're not married to one of them, well, then you just take the best defensive tackle at 11 and not have to leverage your future or any sort of picks and still get a good guy at either 23 or moving up.
Hear me out. I was texting back and forth with Charch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Oh, why?
With DPs
you
again?
lose a bet?
11 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
You go quarterback. You get Penix, you get Nix, and let them battle it out.
Dear God.
What?
You guys did not seriously talk about that, did you?
I'm going to guess that was a one-sided
conversation.
Did he respond to you?
Oh, he absolutely. He was like, I love it.
Well, to Charch's credit, he has always said, you take a quarterback until you find the right one.
Right.
He would take a quarterback in every draft, and that's not bad. Good luck getting out of the draft party if that's the case.
No, I don't believe that would
that
be
idea is just the worst.
I love that when it's not directed at me. That's just terrible, Muss.
No, I didn't.
Sauce, you're right. I think they would fire Kwesi before he leaves the party if that was the selection. If it went Bo Nix, Penix at 11 and 23, or the other way around, they would say, give us your key card.
Right. I mean, if you went...
keys. You have to be drunk to do what you just did.
I don't know why you won't even open your minds up.
No, you don't do that. Because, it's a waste of draft. It's waste of draft capital. But if you went... Let's say you took Drake May at 4, and you took Sam Hartman in the 7th round, the quarterback from Notre Dame, that's fine.
Yep.
You take that's like taking back-to-back guards and not taking Steph Curry. That got you fired. They would.
Why would they get Muss fired? He's got nothing to do.
Well, not Muss, but Kwesi would be fired. They would be pissed. You guys got to stop doing drugs. I love the draft. Or do more. But
you guys got to stop. You got to stop trying to be the contrarian to contrarians.
I mean, let's be honest. If they had Kirk Cousins on this team, and let's just say because it's sports radio, they had 11 and 23. You could go back-to-back defensive tackles. They could do that. But taking
how many draft picks do the Vikings have in the draft total?
Well,
like 8?
1, 2,
7, 8?
No, they don't have a second.
Or a third. They have 2 fourths.
So that's 4. Keep going.
I think they have a 5th, 6th, and a 7th.
Okay, so something like 7 or 8?
Yeah.
What if we just draft 8 quarterbacks?
Let them battle it out.
I think that's a great idea.
Text Charch. Silly things.
Right.
One of them has to work.
Now, there's genius here of some level that we just don't get, guys.
Right.
Yeah, you're seeing it way ahead of the rest of us.
Let's do something that no team ever in the history of the NFL has ever done, taking 2 first-round quarterbacks. Why can't we be the first?
Yeah. Right. I mean, it worked out for Washington. I mean, even though they didn't take 2 first-rounders, but they got Cousins and ended up being a better deal than RG3.
He's on to something here, guys.
I do tell you what, though, if we end up getting Sam Hartman, every woman and Zach would be season ticket holders.
And Tommy.
And me, I'm open to things.
Yeah. That's a good
He's
looking
a handsome
dude. That's a
bastard.
good looking dude right there.
I just can't believe you guys think Charch is just out of his mind.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mussman, if they do that, I will personally hand you $100 and a tongue kiss.
You've already done that in Vegas.
I want you to go on record because I'm a little confused. Who came up with the idea, you or Charch?
That sounds like a Muss idea.
Yeah, it's a Muss idea.
Because right now it sounds like you're trying to throw Charch under the bus here.
What? There was a pivot there, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a pivot.
Did you feel the pivot?
I felt it.
I felt it as well.
I don't want either one of them, let alone the 2 of them together.
No.
That would be like Ben and I going to watch the Curb finale before a Stapleton show.
Well played.
Why are we here?
I feel like if Charch is listening to this, he is so upset with you right now because you're insinuating that he came up with that.
He's like, I don't remember being on the Who Was This?
He throws out a lot of opinions.
Oh, so he did throw out that opinion.
I didn't even know who was texting me.
I can't really remember.
I didn't have a number in my phone.
I'm not really sure.
This is one of those, please don't speak for me.
His reputation is on the line right now.
Butt dial.
All right, 8 o'clock hour of the Power Trip Morning Show. Muss is here until Charch cancels him. Ben Liebers is here. Ben Liebers for like, another 40 minutes or so before he's got to dip out. We're back after this on the Fan.
Smith and Herb, or Smith and Herb, if I may. Local music on the Fan.
The Fan. 5 detailed files.
The Power Hour is alive right now. Head over to KFAN.com/watch to catch all of the action, powered by Quantum Fiber.
What up, Nick Madden? Man, that must have been a quick turnaround for Nick because Zach was here this morning and he was supposed to be doing this gig, and then he decided to fly to Indianapolis to see the eclipse. So he must have called Nick in out of nowhere to be running the stream right now. What a guy. Nick Madden.
And Nicholas will be with us in Las Vegas, Nevada later
Is
this
that
week.
right?
Hey.
This would be Jacuzzi Puma with Doggone. Yes, I said Puma.
I love saying Puma.
Me too, I like it. Sus, I'm still waiting for you to tell me what to do if that scenario happens.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about
Okay,
it.
please. Thank you.
By the way,
yes.
Ian Rappaport just tweeted that Texas defensive tackle Byron Murphy II is one of the top 30 visits for the Vikings.
Yeah!
Wow. Wow.
Yep, because just like we were saying, that is the second most important position.
You
that
did
we
say
have.
that.
We did.
I heard you a moment ago.
Sauce and I said that.
Plus, according to you in charge,
yes,
would you like our top 30 to all be quarterbacks, all 30 of them?
You know what? Until we find one. Yeah.
You know what? He's got kind of... now I'm starting to hear your way of thinking. Now, hear him out for a second, if you would, please. What he's saying is if we take 7 quarterbacks,
Yes.
one of them might be worth a damn.
One has to be.
Right.
Think about it.
I mean,
How do you split all the reps?
Oh, that's a good point.
per snap.
Good question.
Okay, I see what he did there.
Got him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
Box.
You had an
you
answer
got
for
box
your
me
question,
up.
didn't
Just
you?
box me up. Ship me away.
Don't say stupid stuff, Ben.
Come on.
Wait, who snorted?
Why you gotta be like that? Somebody did
Was that
snort.
Max that snorted?
That was me.
Happy Gilmore odds. Are you ready?
yeah.
This is Happy Gilmore 2 odds. According to, I don't know, Josh Barton. I don't know who he works for. One of those sites. I get these all the time, you know what I'm saying? The guy sends me the odds for things.
Yeah, man.
Sports betting something or other. Which PGA Tour player will make an appearance in Happy Gilmore 2? If you had to pick one, who do you think it'll be?
Isn't there one that's known for having like a really bad temper?
Meat sauce.
Yeah, but who's also the most charismatic?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Well, it's got to be someone that's self-aware to make fun of
Ricky
themselves.
Fowler, maybe?
As any,
Kepka?
honest, are any of them famous enough to be in Happy Gilmore too?
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Fowler, by
Yeah.
the way, plus 350. He comes in at number 3.
Do you think Rory would make it?
Well, I mean, anybody
Yeah,
could make. Lee
he's at number
Trevino
2.
was the one in
Yeah.
the first one, right? I
point.
mean, you can throw a dart at the PGA Tour and pick somebody.
Rory's
true.
plus 300. He's number 2.
Okay.
The overall favorite, plus 200,
Rom?
Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah.
Tiger will be in.
right,
Tiger
yeah.
will be in.
He's got-
right,
they're-
don't you
he's
think?
gotta
Yeah.
I'm
be
sure
it.
they live in
Yeah.
the same neighborhood.
Yeah, and then Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth round out the top 5. Let's see, what other ones?
Hey, is Happy Gilmore's grandma still alive? Is she still with us?
Woodhawk.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
The
for sure,
actress?
yeah.
I'm not sure.
You
Yeah,
know, I
is
don't
she
think
looking for
she-
details?
Like, honest question, is she looked real,
don't know,
real
almost-
old
I mean,
when she was in that?
Almost 30 years ago, her fingers hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? Calm down, lady. You know what I'm
I think there was a
saying?
recent
You gotta
story,
stop
though.
diddling.
That she
Yeah,
passed.
right.
She did pass.
I think there was a recent
Yeah,
story.
2011.
Oh.
It looks like. Yeah.
Is it because she pulled landscaping duty?
Probably.
Now her back's
Stop.
gonna hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Diddlin.
So she's currently in
she died
Happy's
on my
happy
birthday.
place,
Yeah.
That's sad.
waiting for Julie Bowen to be in lingerie holding 2 jugs of beer.
Please. Yes. Please.
So,
That
so
whole
Chubbs
dream
and Grandma
sequence
are
I wanna see.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chubbs' grandma and the
yeah,
alligator
Chubbs
all
is
together.
Yeah, right.
I love Julie Bowen.
Yeah, me too.
What a
so
smoke
much.
show.
Yeah, yeah. I hear where you're going. And I like
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I understand you.
What I heard that
What?
they want Drew Carey to be a part of it.
Why?
Some
Because
kind of a
the
cameo.
Price is
yeah.
Right thing.
Yeah,
Right.
to
Yeah.
owe to
right,
Bob.
that's right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Will Happy and Shooter McGavin have a rematch?
Oh, of course.
They have to, right?
They have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to.
That has to be the entire plot. It's got to be.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got to be all shooter again.
Will Kevin Nealon be Happy's mental coach?
God, that'd be great. Kevin Nealon's a genius.
Love Kevin Nealon.
Same.
Feeling the energy.
Will
so good.
Will Happy fight Drew Carey? Well, if you're going to have him in there, you have to fight him. I mean, that's right. That has to.
Well, yeah, but you got to change something up. You can't just do Happy Gilmore 2 and just revisit the same storyline,
It's going right to Netflix.
Right. Then it would just be a giant middle finger to everybody who didn't like Happy Gilmore in 1996.
Ben, you're mad at Chris Stapleton, not me.
I'm not mad at all. love Happy Gilmore. I just don't think that you can wait this many years and then just do the same storyline with the same people.
And I don't think he will.
He should.
I think, you know what? Honestly, if I were him, and he's a millionaire and doesn't care, but I'm the kind of guy who would be very, very worried about just blowing it, because you created a perfect movie, man.
What if it's like Rocky IV? This is Netflix that it's coming out on. It's not.
Do we know that?
It's still Happy Gilmore.
I know.
That'll be in the theater.
Has that been confirmed?
You think that'll be theater?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen it. You might be right, Mus. I haven't seen anybody say that this is a part of his Netflix deal.
It's definitely certain. Yeah, it has to be.
It's possible, but I don't know why you would waste this on Netflix.
Headlines say it does say it's for Netflix.
Okay,
yeah, because
I wish that wasn't the case.
If he was doing like a theater release, no way. And then then you'd have to change everything up. There'd be no odes to Bob Barker or Chubbs or whatever. It would have to be a totally different storyline.
They're doing an ode to Meat Sauce?
Anchorman 2 ran back the same bit, right?
Yes.
A lot of those ones that waited a long time, Anchorman 2, Zoolander 2, Dumb and Dumber 2, they were all terrible. So it's not, I mean, the bar, when you wait 20 or almost 30 years in this case, the bar is going to be super low.
Dumb and Dumber 2 is a top 5 worst film of all time. Hockey hated it.
Yeah, I watched it again. I loved it.
Was that the Dumb and Dumberer?
Oh,
yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
There was only one funny scene. That's when they went to her house twice. That made me laugh. That was funny, man. Nobody? Okay, everybody.
I never saw it.
No.
No interest.
Mark and I left.
Yeah, we left, but we had diddling to do. Remember?
Yes, we had diddling to do.
Remember, we were going to go.
Did
diddle?
you see Kong versus Godzilla?
Oh man, I can't wait. Not yet.
It's so good.
I can't.
Did you see it, Max?
Yes, it's
oh hell
the perfect movie.
Come on,
it's 10 out of 10. Yes, it is. They give you everything that you want.
It's today. Do you want to go, Hawk? Can you go today?
Sure, I'll go with you.
You guys are going to freaking love it.
I watched the trailer and I was like, this is not something I'm ever going to go and watch.
All right. Well,
I wouldn't pay money to go to it. Well, then, of course,
Hawk, do you want to go
Max
at 4:30
probably didn't
today?
pay money to go see it.
That's not true. I like to support art when it's in the theater.
It's that good?
It's that good. It's basically just a giant...
Middle finger.
That too. Right in the stink.
Oh, my.
And
I've been there.
Hawk's in.
I've been there.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you got to
whoa. This is not a ditty party, all right?
Zach just
easy.
Zach just
Kong
asked for the flight to turn around.
Kong gave somebody the shocker? What happened?
That's the deleted scene. You got to stay after the credits for that one.
It's hard to beat Godzilla, man. You know, you got to surprise
try
him.
something new.
You got to surprise him.
It's basically just a giant wrestling match. It's WrestleMania with monsters, basically, for 2 hours.
How could you want anything more?
Exactly.
Will Hawk cry?
Yeah. Just from how freaking awesome it is.
I always cry at the end of the movie because I'm so spent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, let's go see it today.
All right. Don't tell me what to do, but I'd like to.
I can't believe you haven't seen it yet.
I'm sorry. I've been busy, brother.
Thanks, Hulkster.
You're welcome.
Brother.
Yeah.
Speaking of emotional, did you watch the end of Masters of the Air?
Not yet. Oh, my God. I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Between that and Shogun, oh, man.
I'm still catching up. Shogun's so good, man.
It's so good.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear you say that, man.
The last episode, oh, man. Yeah. It'll get you.
Oh, good.
I know that you always have a box of tissues close, but use it for your tears this time.
Okay, good. All right. Well, sometimes you can take two birds, one stone.
I gotta flip that thing over.
I got a show for you, by the way, buddy.
What the hell?
Yeah, you're gonna love this show.
What did you? What?
There's just been one pilot filmed. But my wife and her friend, they want to come up with tube top cooking.
What are you talking about?
I got a guy who can film
cooking.
Is that a real thing?
Just think about the mixing.
Yeah.
The shaking.
Yeah.
What?
I can be the Gordon Ramsay for this.
This is not your idea. This is your wife's idea.
Yeah, my monster of a wife and her friend, they decided that this is something they want to follow up
Go
on.
right to OnlyFans and they'll be cashing those.
They got to bring back tube tops.
Yeah.
You have to. They've been gone for too long.
Oh, my gosh. Old school tube tops.
Tube tops and bell bottoms. Let's roll.
Yes. Yes,
What
sir.
is happening?
What? We're doing radio, brother. You okay?
Yeah, but
You're not even paying attention.
It hasn't even started yet and you're freaking out.
Right?
You're fine. What's
it
wrong?
happening?
No.
Are you okay?
No, it's not happening right now. No.
How can you tell it's happening?
It's cloudy.
We're going to Vegas in a couple of days. You know?
Oh yeah,
A couple of us are anyway. And This is what happened to a guy who went to Vegas the other day and found out something disgusting happened. Now, I don't have the info on how he knows they did this, but he's 100% sure the people who cleaned his room used his toothbrush to clean his room.
So whatever you do, if you stay in that Mandalay Bay, from now on, any hotel, I will no longer be leaving my toothbrush out. And they use my toothbrush to clean. And they're being nasty to me about it. And they want to offer me a $50 credit. And what did they say? A new toothbrush. They use my toothbrush to clean. And they want to give me a $50 credit and a new toothbrush.
Yeah.
Oh! It's like bad bosses.
Yeah, did he have a
Like
a
maybe
recording
he had
device?
a new toothbrush or something like that and hadn't been used yet, and he came back in the room and it was all
all nasty.
Yeah, he gave it the sniff test. Interesting. Like,
Yeah, I guess I'm very
Right.
curious how he's
Me too.
convinced they used it.
you know what? I'm gonna look for the rest of the story because I need to know now.
And I got to be honest, I don't care where you're staying. I don't care if you're staying at Four Seasons or you're staying at the old Motel 6 or whatever it is. I never thought they actually got that detailed when they cleaned.
No.
I never
what
would
were they
imagine they
cleaning?
would use a toothbrush on anything.
what were they cleaning, though? That's the real...
I don't care
Mystery there.
I don't care if it's grout or the toilet or the shower.
Or the crack of their ass.
I never thought they'd
The
actually
tree
do
guy
that
from
sort of a deep
Guardians
cleaning
of the
for
Galaxy?
every room.
Oh, the tree guy. Brilliant.
They were cleaning grout. I am grout.
They were brushing Groot's teeth.
Do you guys put your toiletries away when you leave the hotel for the day?
No.
Or do you leave your toothbrush
Oh no,
out?
I put it all back in my little
Case?
my ditty bag.
In
Yeah.
your dab kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you call it?
It's a dab kit, I believe.
A DOP kit?
Is
that really
dab
what
or
they
is it
call it?
dab?
I thought it was a DOP kit.
I'm not really sure.
I think
on
it's a
that.
dot
I call it a Target bag.
Yeah, the guy says people asked him and he commented back, not hard for me to see. Plus, I used it the day before. As soon as it hit my tooth, I knew something was wrong.
Oh, God, he got that deep into it. Icky.
I would still have more questions.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm also confused
I'd
why
burn the place
Mandalay
down.
Bay would kind of admit wrongdoing by saying, we'll give you a new toothbrush and a
I think, they just
$50
want
credit.
I think they just want to quiet down.
Right, but if there's zero proof that
His
they did this,
$50 hush
I
money?
don't even know why they're doing that, right? Because according to this little story, it says no official comment from Mandalay Bay or the parent company MGM Resorts International. But again, that guy's claiming they offered him a $50 credit. Who knows?
Crazy.
Yeah, this is why I don't go to Vegas.
That's why you don't go to Vegas.
Yep.
Well,
Well, we'll really miss you.
yeah.
Sounds like it.
I'm going to miss you.
Oh, thanks, Hawk.
You're welcome.
Who's going to have some street liquor?
My brother.
You know what? That cost me $50 last
I was
night.
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. The toothbrush was the
They
least
kind
of
of
his
upped the
worries.
price on you, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they
It
did,
didn't
but-
used to be $50.
It's high quality, though.
Yeah.
It was
My
in the
dad
shape of
wanted
a football.
cash.
You get what you pay for.
It's the shape of a football. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the glass was in the shape of a football.
No, he's thinking about actually.
Oh, I'm
The
thinking
hell
of
are
something
you-
else.
What is happening?
No, when Hawk and I were having street liquor.
Yeah, we did get those, didn't we? I forgot about that. I was real wasted.
Oh, okay. You're
Remember, I was standing
really
outside-
talking about the street liquor.
I was standing outside waiting for Sarah Jane and my other friends to get on the bus, and they were on the bus. And I stood there for about 5 minutes in front of the bus. I was wasted. You got me smashed.
Oh,
So,
you got me.
smashed.
Yeah, between you and Parrish. Yeah. Again,
Yeah.
I got lost
Yeah, you did get lost.
in a 2-block area for about an hour.
Yeah.
Walking the People Bridge back and forth going, I can see Planet Hollywood. I just can't get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds right.
I
Fun.
need to
See,
checked
that's-
out.
why wouldn't you love to do that? Go there again.
We go commercial free the rest of the way. We'll do headlines in a second. More with Ben Lieber and Muss after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Fever Dream, crying out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Final segment. Ben's still here, but just for a bit.
Just for a bit.
Just a bit. What do you got going on the TV this week? Anything big? Do you even have any major things happening?
I don't think so. I didn't, we'll probably do a lot of Eclipse talk today. I mean, it'll be kind of a standard week. Marnie's filling in on Thursday.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
For you or for
Hey.
Elizabeth?
For Elizabeth.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. She's always great.
Awesome.
I don't know. We're going to have a great lineup of shows. So, yes, please tune in.
And check this out, guys, real quick. On February 26th of 1979, This news lady in Dallas did the following report.
You missed today's eclipse, you'll have another chance in the year 2024. That's the year that Texas will see a total solar eclipse. This is Pat Couch, the Texas News.
Thank you, Pat Couch.
Pat Couch.
2024 seemed like a year that would never happen in 1979. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Like they thought there'd be flying cars by now.
Oh, for sure.
Stuff, yeah.
I do love just the fact that science is that exact.
Well, I was just going to say that. It blows
fascinating.
my mind, and it shouldn't blow my mind, but they knew back then that the path of totality was going to go right through Texas.
Yep.
So cool.
Yep.
Path of Totality would be a sweet band name, by the way.
Yeah,
It is a sweet
Yeah,
band.
no kidding. Yeah. A little heavy metal.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Bring it. Okay. Are you ready, Corey?
Sure.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Headlines brought to you by our friends at Wolf River Electric. You can go solar with Wolf River Electric. Do it.
Good.
Yeah, thanks.
I wonder what the solar eclipse does to solar stuff.
Probably doesn't
doesn't
gain
charge
got a lot of energy for 4.5 minutes.
Just for 1 second.
By the way, though, good. Musk says you can kind of hear church. You're a little bit.
A little bit. Good.
You never know who's gonna
That's
be
so
on the
weird.
church
I
bandwagon.
know that it is, in fact, PA.
Got it.
Mostly because Nordo mentioned that. Mm-hmm. That it was his guy, but I can kind of hear that a little bit.
Okay.
Interesting.
They spend a lot of time together. you know.
Sure.
Sometimes you just start sounding like people.
Yeah. You're on Charch's side now.
I am.
Yeah, you threw him
guys-
completely under the bus.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you
Yes, you
tried,
did.
but now you're going backwards
Not
on
at
going on the bus throwing.
11:23, 2 QBs. Here we go.
Okay. Since Zacho is currently on a flight to Indianapolis to see the total eclipse, why not just discuss this? Again, we just mentioned the next one is going to be, 2044-ish, right? Is that what we heard earlier?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Thank you, Mrs. Couch.
For most of the country. However, it says Alaska is going to get one in 2033.
Really?
So if you want to see one, go to Alaska in 9 years.
I've never been.
Oh, I
Has
would
anyone
love to
here
go.
been?
I
Have you been, Hawk?
Not yet.
Ben?
Nope, never been.
Maxo?
Really?
No, I've never been. I really want to.
I'd love
though.
to go.
Yeah, let's go there.
I've
Let's
heard
do
it's
it.
so
Let's
good.
do a show from there.
Let's go now.
Do some fly fishing. Make sure you have a handgun with you because of the bears.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Zach's going to
If
go.
I want to catch a fly, I'll stay here.
I know that's just the headlines, but do they know when it comes back here around the States, not just Alaska, where the path of totality is going to be?
According to this headline, it just says Alaska gets one in 2033. Also, Montana and North Dakota in 2044.
Now we're talking.
Oh, so yeah, much closer to us then.
Oh.
Head to the Dakotas.
Yeah, that's
You've
a
seen
good idea
that
anyway.
film.
Whoa.
The path of totality is crossing over a few cities and towns with perfect names like Shadowland, Texas, Moon, Oklahoma, Sun Valley, Ohio, Moon Beach, New York, and Eclipse Island, Canada.
Wow.
It was named after that, after explorers saw an eclipse there in 1766.
Man, again.
Oh.
I wonder if in 1766, if you knew the right people, you knew that there was an eclipse coming. Probably so, right?
Good
Or you
question.
thought it
Don't
was
know.
end of days?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm guessing you thought it was the apocalypse.
Yeah, right.
It was
I
over.
wonder if 1766, I
Like,
don't know.
everybody just starts making out for 4 minutes because this is it.
Yeah, just starts murdering, committing crimes, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that was only
wait.
a couple of minutes.
Sorry, that got weird.
Yeah.
Yep, Tommy's going to use that excuse today.
Like, stop kissing me, you sicko. Get away from me.
Now start again.
1 in 7 Americans claim they have zero interest in seeing the eclipse. Zero interest. None.
I would say I have 10% interest.
Yeah.
But not enough to fly in.
If I'm Cy Amundsen, who said he's a short
10 minutes
drive
away,
away,
yeah.
then I have a 100% interest. But
Yes.
I mean, if it's in Minneapolis, I'm not napping through it. I would go see it.
But he only has
I can't
interest
imagine-
because his family does.
Well, maybe, but Cy's a smart
I
guy.
feel what
His
you're saying,
dad's a
though.
science
I'm with
guy.
you.
It's just
Bill Nye.
I'm not willing to go out of my way to see
No,
it.
me either.
No.
If I was close,
Sure.
I would be spending the day doing it. But getting on a plane like Zacho, I'd rather save my miles for a Vegas
If I was
trip.
just hanging out this afternoon and all of a sudden Ben Lieber comes nudging up against me and says, hey, let's start doing some smooching,
Well,
then
yeah.
I might look.
You have some
Yeah.
weird.
Why are you reading Tommy's text?
That could happen without an eclipse.
Tommy didn't want that on the air, man.
Well, your ideas are weird.
Yeah, you're
You
weird.
have some very odd ideas. Is that possible that might happen?
Ben just said it.
It's possible.
Okay, good.
It's
Never
possible.
mind then.
Ben
Okay.
basically said all you got to do is
Didn't mean to
ask.
discount it. My
Look,
apologies.
I know it's April 8th, so April Fool's was a week ago. And it's an eclipse. I don't think I'm getting trolled, but I'm just going to read this headline, and you guys can just absorb it however you'd like, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody ready?
I don't know. I believe that I am.
Coming soon, Amy Adams stars in Night Bitch about a mom who thinks she turns into a dog at night.
It's actually a really good book. I swear to God, I've read it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because of the title?
Book?
Yes, the book. Yes, the cover and the name Night Bitch. I was like, I didn't even read the synopsis. I was like, cool, I'm in. I checked it out, and it's actually a really good book.
I thought that was just. Never mind.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
And here, with the rest of that joke, is the fans, Chris Hockey.
I can't think of anybody to say it that's not gonna be mad at me for saying it.
Say it.
Sauce, can I use you and you promise you won't get mad?
Oh, yeah.
Promise?
Yeah.
I thought that's just how Sauce said goodnight to his wife.
Oh, that's...
Isn't that a Seeker song?
What? What is wrong with you today?
What? On the night, bitch.
Oh, great.
Night, Paul. Night, bitch.
Yeah, it's already in post-production.
That's a really good book.
No kidding.
I'm telling you.
What's so she's
Yeah, does she end up playing basketball on a high school team? Or what's the deal? Does she surf on top of a van?
No, nothing that exciting, honestly. It's like more metaphorical.
Are you
Thanks,
still
PA.
playing MLB The Show? I'm going to bed.
Oh.
Night, bitch.
By the way, for some real laughs, you should watch. There's a guy on Instagram that does a bit about how he's talking to his son whose team just lost to Air Bud's team. It's a great bit.
Nobody cares.
I'm just
Come on, roll over, buddy.
Yeah, see, there he is.
Chris.
Yes, sir. What'd I do?
My condolences.
Oh no.
Quantum Leap has been canceled after 2 seasons on NBC.
No, it has gone downhill since the first season, which was award winning. The second season's not been great, and
oh no.
you know, I just when you stop saying "oh boy" when you see it, you know that it's gone downhill. And I loved the first Quantum Leap, though. Just so
the original was
was
great,
so
yeah.
good.
The original was great.
So good.
Scott
Night
Bakula.
Bitch to the second one.
Just asked this a week or two ago, but now here's the answer finally. Pat Sajak's last episode of Wheel of Fortune is going to be Friday, June 7th.
Did you read that story about that dude?
No.
He's got his sign off to Vanna's going to be night bitch.
She has to turn it over. Yeah. The final clue.
That's the word.
Solve the puzzle. That was real funny.
Thanks.
Quit acting surprised.
Could be an awkward final
hold on.
puzzle.
So how does that work though? Like they're done filming. They've been done
probably,
filming,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So he did it. He knew he was going to do the last one,
Right.
and so he just does the last one. Does the sign off basically in November when they shot it, and then it airs in June.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't go in and do a special episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a
Right.
live
A
episode.
live one to end it. Yeah. Maybe. Disney's going to release Toy Story 5 on June 19th, 2026.
Man, that's a ways away.
Sign me up. Those are the best.
I never
Yeah.
saw the fourth one.
Oh, the fourth one's. They're great. They're all great.
It was the
second
third one was the one that was
The
a
second one is
heave
the
cry.
The third one, yeah. I thought they were actually going to die.
When he
Yes.
drives away
Oh.
and leaves Woody there.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Oh. Yeah.
I had tears coming out of every hole I have.
Oh my God, you should get that looked at.
I really did. I went to the doctor.
VH tears?
Every orifice was leaking.
Everything. Everything. And it was
Sure
all
those-
tears.
Was it all tears?
I hope
You sure
so.
about that?
No.
I didn't see the first Toy Story when it came out, when it was 1996 or whatever. So I saw it as an adult when I was 29 or so. So the scene that gets everybody to cry didn't quite hit me between the eyes when Andy
Really?
when Andy, the first time that he's kind of nestling Woody under his arm, like in bed, and he just whispers like "night bitch" right at the end. It just didn't hit me.
I don't think you saw the right film.
I'm pretty sure he says that. Did he not?
I don't know what.
Maybe it was Buzz.
I think it was Buzz. And,
Godzilla vs. Kong did hold on to the top spot at the box office. It sounds like Maxo was part of that money, or did you bootleg it?
No, I did not bootleg it. Like I said, I like to go see real art in person. You don't bootleg the Mona Lisa core.
Yeah,
okay?
well said.
Speaking of bootlegging, how about $1.825 million for the first ever Batman comic book? Wow. 1.825. It sold at auction. Oof. Batman's first comic.
It seems like that happens every few years.
It does.
I don't know
it
why.
does.
It's like, that's pretty neat, man.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it originally was?
Probably 5 cents?
10.
10?
Good
10
deal.
cents.
Man.
Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher are getting divorced. They said in a joint statement that they actually filed last year, but I think everybody that saw the news on Twitter just did like, my wife. They did my wife jokes all weekend long.
That's pretty good, though. Hollywood, we said 20 years?
I don't know how long they lived. I think it was 12.
Oh, 12
years. It
years.
was 14.
That's still a good span. Either way, I think,
That's a good run.
That's a good run.
Hey,
Pretty good.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Because you're going to maybe talk eclipse on your show today, here's a fact for you I think you're going to love. There's a Canadian astronomer. He was a renowned eclipse chaser. His name was J.W. Campbell. He traveled the world for 50 years trying to see 12 different eclipses. Every time the skies were overcast when he got there. Every time.
What a waste of an entire life.
I know.
Right.
That's what's going to happen to Zacho today.
Well, he's already 1 for 1, right? Because he tried to go down to St. Louis to see it, and it was cloudy.
Yeah.
Wow, what if he is JW2?
And the only thing that you get after a full lifetime is just one little headline.
Yep.
That's it.
Will we find out
about all your failures?
Yeah.
Ben, will we find out what wine pairs best with the eclipse today?
We might.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Is that a shot at Twin Cities Live?
Why take a shot
not
at
at
TCL?
all.
Why are you so mean?
I love the show. I love everybody
Sounds
there.
like
I've been
it's
on
Fine.
there a bunch of
Look,
times.
I
love it.
ripped on Stapleton, your guy. You can rip
Yeah,
a little bit if you want.
A little saucy about that, yeah.
Yeah, no. I get it.
A 56-year-old guy hiding in a trash can tried to kidnap a woman in New York, but thankfully the victim was able to break free and call police.
Man, tough times for Oscar.
I know.
He's 51, man.
Where's his friends? He's just resorted to kidnapping people.
Poor buddy.
Oh, Oscar.
He's hit rock bottom. What? It's a Sesame Street joke.
Lame attempt at humor. Swing and a miss.
Funny. Come on. That was great.
Yeah, look, it was right there. It was teed up for him, okay?
Yeah, I mean, it was an easy joke. But if Zacho had said it, you would have been like, oh, that's so funny, Zacho. You're
I
so
miss
clever.
Zach. I do miss him.
I love you.
Was that Cory talking?
It did sound like me.
God, Zach, you're so funny. Makes us so stupid.
Is that actual audio?
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
A 51-year-old man in Ireland appeared in court completely nude. And he refused to wear clothes after his, quote, emotional support cat went missing during a traffic stop. He showed up to court completely naked.
Jeez.
Did he win his case?
I don't know.
Somebody get that man a cat.
An emotional support cat.
Yeah.
There's two people were banging the gavel that day.
Sounds like we know why the cat disappeared.
Well, it sounds like
it ran away.
Who hasn't gone crazy after losing their...
No.
Wow.
Nope.
Talk about it, brother.
Go say it.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there.
Okay.
Tell it, baby.
Come on.
All right.
A guy in Texas went to a restaurant on April 1st, on April Fool's Day, and tipped $100 on a $27 bill. He signed it, but then over the entire receipt, he wrote, April Fool's dummy, no tip for you.
Are you kidding? That can't be right. Come on. Come on.
So if you, let's say he did that.
Yeah.
If you on the line, though, wrote $100 and then put the total at $127, then if you write no tip for you over the top of the receipt, that somehow voids it?
Yeah, because if you signed it, then that should still be the tip, right?
Yeah.
Even if you put on there no tip.
I don't know.
God, who doesn't give a tip?
What a douche.
Maybe it was Richard Tips from earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's tipped plenty in his day.
Today is trading cards. What a specific day this is. Today is Trading Cards for Grown-Ups Day.
Hey, Ben.
Hey,
It's 8:40.
I know. I got to go. What was the line I'm supposed to say? Call me what? Call me Earl?
Oh, my name is Haynes.
My name is Haynes.
My name is Haynes.
Yep.
That's it.
Call me Earl.
Call me Haynes, buddy.
What was the other one from last week? It was My Name is Haynes. And what was the second one that we thought was really good, too?
Cripes.
Man, our memory sucks.
Oh, leave it out.
Well, you did really like the
I did
Basher
that
bit.
to the point where I'm not welcome back in my hometown anymore. That's how much I did it this weekend. Oh, leave it out.
Wow, what is that?
That's Basher from Ocean's 11.
On Ludes? All right.
Did you see our buddies, the Scalar brothers, got to do the first pitch?
Yeah, how cool, man.
Sweet.
That was cool.
How was the show, by the way?
Man, those guys, fantastic.
Yeah.
They, excuse me, they did, 45 or 50 minutes or whatever. I bet the first 7 minutes were about how the Como Zoo sucks.
Oh, my gosh, really?
Yeah, they open with anti-Como Zoo talk.
You don't get that every show. Yeah.
I love that they took that much time to write local material. Right. They basically said, like, when you go to they kept saying the Minneapolis Zoo, but everybody knew they meant Minnesota Zoo. But, like, when you go to the Minnesota Zoo, there's, like, a penguin sanctuary. When you go to the Como Zoo, it's like, hey, who wants to see the herpes squirrel? and then my favorite joke of the bit, and I'm not going to do it justice because it's not two twins doing it at the same time, but they're like, do you know what Como means in Spanish? It's how. As in, like, how is this a zoo?
Brilliant. They were
so nice, man.
Yeah.
And I went up and said hi to them after the show. They're super appreciative of all the stuff that we did for them last week and helped promote the shows. And they said the two of them were walking down the streets in Minneapolis Friday afternoon before the show, and somebody basically rolled down their window and yelled at him about how they sucked at initials.
Brilliant.
And Jason was like, I got 3. Are you nuts? How many did you get? Some random guy heckling him from there. So
fun.
that's super cool.
Yeah.
He almost won, man.
Yeah.
He gave you a run there.
That was fun.
It was close.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was
they're great.
That was competitive.
They've always been great.
And those guys are just super nice guys too.
Mm-hmm.
They get it.
Yeah, man.
Como Zoo.
Is that all you got, by the way?
Herpes squirrel. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Cool. Check this out. For those of you out there who have video games in your home, parents Michael and Jennifer Furry, I'll say, are
the furries.
Yeah, well, I got in trouble last week for ending the show on the bad note. I misspoke about somebody's name. Are speaking out and sharing a warning for other parents after they learned their 8-year-old son got a hold of their credit card while he was playing video games and spent $4,000
on Roblox.
Let me see.
Fortnite.
Minecraft, probably.
After months.
New skins.
That'll be the show.
They were finally able to get a full refund, but said their experience is a precautionary tale. I think sometimes it's confusing about what's real money, what's not for the kids, says the dad. According to a July 2023 report, which represents the video game industry, more than 200 million Americans and about 3 out of every 4 children under 18 play video games regularly. An estimated $57 billion are spent on video games every year, according to the Customer Financial Protection Bureau. Now the CFPB is warning in a new report that Americans may not have the same protections online and in the virtual world they do in the real world. We want to make sure it's not a haven for fraud and for scams and abuse, says the leader there. Kids don't understand that they're buying things that actually really cost money in the video game because they think it's fake like the rest of the video game. $4,000.
Wow. And the other trick, and obviously my youngest is 10 now, so she kind of gets this. But when she was 5 and 6 and first started screwing around with stuff like Roblox, even though we explained to her the currency in the game costs money, right? If we're gonna buy you Robux, which is confusing already, it's not a 1-to-1 conversion. It's not like $20 gets you 20 Robux. It's like this weird difference. Well, they can't convert it. So they're like, oh, it's only 500 Robux. Like, yeah, that's $1 billion in real money. Yeah, they have zero idea how the exchange works. So that part's a little bit dicey. A lot of video games, though, especially if they're linked to credit cards, they don't have just a random click. There's a lot of where the parents have to verify the sale. So as long as your kids don't know, your login or whatever, there's ways to stop them from just clicking Buy.
Yeah, because otherwise
way.
you're just targeting after these kids.
Right.
That's awful.
I think you're thinking of NSYNC.
Yeah, NSYNC.
Sorry. By the way, I listened to a podcast about Milli Vanilli.
The goats.
Blame it on the fame is the name of the podcast.
Oh yeah,
it's 6 or 7 episodes from the very beginning to the very end of which one was it? Rob that passed away.
Don't know which one's
Aren't they-
dead.
Maybe they're both gone now.
I think they're both.
Yeah, right. Fascinating, man. Because the guy who created them was this German dude, and he created them, and then when they decided they wanted to sing, he completely ruined the whole thing himself. He never faced any repercussions. Only those 2 guys faced all the repercussions. Everybody knew it was fake that was a part of that whole thing, but only Rob and Fab caught hell for it.
Fab's still alive. He's 57.
Okay. You feel
Rob's
bad
dead.
for him if you listen to this podcast. You know, I mean,
Sure. They got used.
They really did, and the guy who actually did the using never ever was criticized.
Frank
Yeah,
Frarian.
yeah, something like that. German dude. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, there you go. Really good podcast. Again, Blame It on the Fame. I'd encourage you to check it out.
God, they wail.
Guys who are young, like you, Maxo.
Hey,
Before there was the internet, you actually got your news from the news. And if you wanted music news, you got it from MTV and Kurt Loder. 30 years ago today, you heard this.
Hi, I'm Kurt Loder with an MTV News special report on a very sad day. Kurt Cobain, the leader of one of rock's most gifted and promising bands, Nirvana, is dead, and this is the story as we know it so far. Cobain's body was found in a house in Seattle on Friday morning. He was dead of an apparently self-inflicted shotgun blast to the head. Police found what is said to be a suicide note at the scene, but have not yet divulged its contents. Cobain, who was 27, had reportedly been missing for about 6 days, according to his mother.
I can remember, and I mean this, people say stuff like this. I can remember where I was standing when I heard the news. I was listening to, I believe it was WNOR was the radio station based in Norfolk, Virginia. I was working construction in a small suburb of Norfolk, Virginia, and I was outside of a house. We were listening to WNOR. They broke into a song, and I heard the guy say that Kurt Cobain had been found.
I was in Chad Lola's living room.
No
I
kidding.
also remember.
Yeah. What a thing.
We were both giant Nirvana fans, as everybody seemingly was when you were.
Yeah.
I was, 13 or about to turn 14 at the time. Man,
Mark,
it was,
you were on
it
the
was
radio
massive.
at that point?
I had been, the radio station I was on in Virginia flipped formats, and I got S-canned.
Oh.
And so I was doing construction. So I had to
Steel
work,
tone it,
I had to
yeah.
work like a real person, and I decided right then I never want to work ever again in my life because this is hard and I'm not good at stuff. And so I've efforted to be in radio as long as I possibly could.
And isn't there like question of whether he actually did commit suicide?
I don't think so.
No.
I think that's kind of been, I think that's been kind of poo-pooed.
Okay.
People have a hard time accepting when someone's so great and someone that means something to them dies, you know? Like even with the Tupac thing, that he's still alive, Elvis, people just have a hard time thinking that someone that they've always known to be larger than life is actually just a regular person and can die.
Cory, if we weren't lucky enough to have these careers, these jobs, what do you think you would have done? Because I know I definitely probably would have stayed in construction, and people would have been living in houses here in the Twin Cities that weren't built very well. I was terrible at it. Just dumb, man.
Man, that's a good question.
Just firing off the nail gun like a jackass.
Yeah, I did sheetrock construction.
Oh, really?
And so basically, by the end of it, they were like, you know what you're good at? Cleaning up when we're done. And I swear to God, that's what I did. I drove the scrap truck. That was the only thing I was good at. I can't do anything with my hands. Well, I can do one thing with my right hand. Thank you. Yes.
I don't know. Again, I went to school to be a writer, and now, no offense to the writers out there that we're friends with, I'm so glad that's the path I did not go down, because so many of them have to grind for so long to get where you want to go. It's a long, long grind. And I don't think that would have fit me very well, so I'm glad that didn't work out, but I don't know what I would have done, because that was my plan A.
Yeah.
I fell into this. I didn't have a plan B at that point. I was too young to have a plan B. My plan A was to be a writer.
Doesn't everybody fall into this job? into radio?
Yeah.
You make so many mistakes in your life that this is the only place to go?
Maybe.
I
don't know.
In all honesty, I feel like I hit the lottery. I really did. Every lucky turn that I made.
Same.
I mean, right. Like, what about you, Musso? What would you have done?
Well, I was going to school at Mankato State before I got kicked out a year and a half into it.
Well, you earned it.
I did. Yes, I did. I was going to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher and be a high school hockey coach. That was the goal.
Hockey? No kidding.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well,
But then I didn't make the hockey team. I hung out with Canadians and I learned how to party. So, that was a big reason why I'm like, what am I going to do next? So I was steel toeing it like yourself. I was grinding metal in Owatonna, and I was just taking factory jobs, and then finally just kind of landed into this stupidity. So that was 1993.
And we're glad you did. Saucy?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea. I had no plan. I had no future. And I'm telling you the honest to God's truth. I don't know what I would be doing. I have no idea. I don't.
That's right.
Correct. I don't like to think about it because I don't know what I would be doing.
But you don't have to worry about it because it didn't happen.
Yeah,
you made it.
I had
you did it.
nothing.
But what if gears shift here?
Sure.
Then you're like, now what the hell am I going to do? I'm not talented at anything. I'm like hockey.
Think
I
about
have
that every
soft
day.
radio hands.
I think about that every day. I have no plan. No idea. I hope I never have to worry about that. I don't have a plan. I don't know what I would do.
You don't need one. You're going to be fine.
I don't know what I would have done if I didn't find this job.
Empty your bank account, go to Vegas with Dov, have him read the felt, put all of your money on either red or black, and call it a day.
Yeah, have you seen Leaving Las Vegas with Nicolas Cage?
That's what I would do, yeah. I don't want to get too dark with it, but yeah.
No.
Hey, speaking of gambling, are we doing a Ghosts again?
Yeah, it's
we have
Scheffler.
to. Yeah, we absolutely have to.
Really?
Yeah. It's Scheffler. It has to be Scheffler.
Why?
Because it's not fair.
He didn't win last week.
So he took 1 week off?
Yeah. He's won how many times? 4? 3 or 4?
Yeah, he's not going to win every one.
No, Scheffler should be the all-time ghost. Because it's, as Cory pointed out, I think before you got here, he's minus, 200 to finish in the top 10?
Top 10,
it's
minus
basically,
200.
if you get him.
But that doesn't mean he's going to win it.
But now even more so, he should be the all-time ghost.
May I throw this in real quick? Because this just jumped up on my computer, and I want to get this in. The first trailer is being released for A24's Maxine with 3 X's.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
It's so odd that you brought that up.
Well, hold on. Let me finish this real quick. The film is the final film of T. West's X horror trilogy, and once again stars Mia Goth. It follows adult film star Maxine Minks as she aspires to be an actress and finally gets her big break. However, as a killer starts to hunt down the women of Hollywood, details about Maxine's past are revealed. The rest of the cast are Kevin Bacon, Halsey, Giancarlo Esposito, and Elizabeth Debicki. July 5th, Maxine with 3 X's. How have I never heard of this? What were you going to say, Saucy?
Yeah, the trailer, it was literally like one of those ads that you get from, or what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
Trailer.
Yeah, that was just on my Twitter feed, and it was just running as we were talking about other jobs. So I didn't hear the sound, but it looks terrifying.
Those movies are really good.
I've never even heard of it.
X is a fantastic movie, and then Pearl is like the sequel, but it's a prequel, and it's even better.
Oh, I know her. I know that face.
Yeah, she's terrifying.
Has she been in every one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Wow. I saw the 3 X's. I'm like, I'm watching that.
Plus, have an awesome week in Georgia for the Masters. That sounds super cool, man.
Yeah,
Good for you, dude. That's
forward
awesome.
to it. Yeah, it's bucket list. It's going to be awesome.
Well, Bonus is not coming to Vegas either, is he? So I don't even know who you would have drank with anyway.
And I'm going to get picked up pretty early in the program password.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. And then on Thursday?
No, isn't it
the draft, I think, is next Thursday.
Yeah,
next Thursday?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
All right, 9 to noon is next. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Hey, have a great day, everybody.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too have a